Hello, good morning and welcome back to TGE TV. I am in central France, somewhere just south of Le Mans, and I'm with the GTC4 LUSSO to today answer a very important question: should I buy one of these? So I'm going to take you around the car that I've been driving around for the past few days. I've taken this down from the UK to Le Mans. I've been driving it from my location here at the hotel to the racetrack and back and all around the French countryside. I've put a lot of miles on it and I've got to know the car very, very well. So I'm going to take you around the car, talk through some of the spec options and finally decide whether or not I should buy one. So let's go have a look. Okay, so first up, the exterior. The paint finish on this is Grigio Silverstone. It's a metallic fleck, very, very nice. I think it's one of the Ferrari historical colours, if I'm correct. Jack, am I correct? Grigio Silverstone, one of the Ferrari historical colours?
No, it's metallic.
Just metallic, there we go, I was wrong, so ignore me on that front. I think that paint option is about 7k, but it's very, very nice. It's one of my favourite shades of grey in the Ferrari range. We have the 20-inch wheels here, as we can see. Very, very nice option for these. These are my favourite wheels for the car. We have aluminium brake calipers. I believe they are 480 odd quid for those, but I think they're very, very smart, especially in this spec. And we have carbon centre caps, which are around the same price. And a lot of you will remember I actually fitted these on my F12, so these are a nice option. And you can buy these aftermarket from Ferrari. Don't buy fake ones off eBay because they will change colour. Anyway, I digress. Also, this car is very, very high spec, by the way. We've got carbon side blades here. I believe that is a 1600 quid option. I think it looks very, very nice indeed. Coming around the car. Apologies, I am still got the same cough from my last video, so I should probably get that looked at. We've got privacy glass as well. And the back of the car, to my mind, looks absolutely amazing. Road presence on this thing's unbelievable. I think you can spec some carbon down here on the diffusers. To my mind though, it comes in ridiculous money. I probably wouldn't bother with that personally. Looks cool enough as it is. Got the new headlights obviously, the exterior LEDs. Some people saying that it looks like the GTR. I don't think it does. Coming around the car anyway, let's have a little look inside and see what's going on. Okay, so it's all new in here. It's a little bit like the FF, but they've upgraded it, so you've got this new infotainment system over here. We'll go and take a proper look at that in a minute. We have passenger display over here. We'll go and turn it on a little bit and have a look at what's going on. Coming around to the driver's side, and we'll need to press the little button to make sure that everything turns on. And I can show you some of the features. So we've got aluminium dash counter in there. She's alive, she's alive. So we have this new infotainment system covered in dust because we've been at Le Mans. Sorry, we've been using this car all weekend. So there's some personal effects in here. Apologies. It's all touchscreen. And I must say this actually works really, really well. Oh, aircon on. It works really, really well. Certainly my F12, the sat nav on it was a bit hit and miss, but this thing works really, really nicely. And also over here we have passenger display. So you've got all sorts of Manatino information on there. You've got media in there, so you can change the tune. So that's one thing that I griped about on my F12. It's quite good at times. The passenger couldn't change the music or anything, but here they've got access to sort of everything they need. Not sure how necessary it is on this model because obviously you can, as a passenger, you can reach the screen anyway. On the F12, and I'm sure the A12 as well, there's going to be no center console, so this thing will probably be a really nice option to have on that, and I'll probably spec it on mine. But yeah, there we go. This thing's got 3 screens, and then you've also got a couple of screens here, so you can get the sat nav up on that one, and then you've got all sorts of driver information on the other side as well. As you can see, I mean, it's 9 AM at the moment and it's 31 degrees. I am sweating like a pig, but we have this new steering wheel in here, which I think is rather nice as a new design. Sorry about my hot dog legs. So options wise on this car, very high spec. You've got the carbon driving zone here, essential option. We have the carbon bridge here. Not sure how essential that is. That's 1,600 quid. You've got the carbon fiber dashboard inserts. I think that's about 1,900 odd quid, just for the kind of this carbon around here. It is really, really nice, but it can rack up the price on the options very, very quickly. Going around the car, we've got the kind of more comfort seats, which is great for the Grand Tourer, which the GTC4 LUSSO is. We've got nice cubby hole down here. Passport, still haven't lost it. 2 USB slots, which is great. Cup holders, again, I know you guys are obsessed with cup holders. There's 2 of those. And then in the back there is loads of room. It's being used as luggage at the moment. But again, you've got nice storage in there, and there's 2 USB slots in that as well. And the pièce de résistance, let's just close that somehow. There we go. The pièce de résistance, you might have clocked it, is this. Panoramic glass roof. I mean, you can't really get a sense of how big that piece of glass is, but it's enormous, and it really adds to the sense of kind of air in here. I'm 6'1" and a bit, and I can fit very nicely in the back of there. There's loads and loads of rooms, and having this up here is brilliant. I would definitely try and spec one of those if you can, but on the options list it is a whopping £11,500 for that roof. So pick wisely, because the options can rack up. And also in this car we've got the JBL speaker system, which I really, really rate from the F12. I think it's pretty much the same system. Works very nicely. Overall, I'm going to get out of the car because I'm sweating. So let's go and check out what is under the hood, because at the end of the day, you're buying the V12 and the car is coming with it. Well, that's what they say. And in this case, I think that's true. Apologies for all the dead insects, by the way. Who knew doing 70 miles an hour would kill that many bugs? Bear with me whilst I try and open it. Right, there we go. You can't really get a sense of the scale on this video, but that engine is absolutely enormous. So this is a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V12. It sounds absolutely heavenly, and even at low revs. So Ferrari claim that at 1750 revs, 80% of the power is still available. So it's very, very responsive low down, and it absolutely sings. 0 to 60 is 2.8 seconds apparently, which is ludicrous, and it will go up to 208 miles an hour. So I have been told. I have not tested that on the French roads, because I do not fancy having a sore bum in a French jail cell. But what I can confirm is that it's ridiculously quick, and compared to my F12, it feels as quick, but just slightly less life and death. Because the F12, when you gave it a little bit of beans, so to speak, you would get very, very twitchy, and you start getting your life flashing before your eyes. This thing, it grips, and it's fantastic, and that is down to the helical 4-wheel drive system that it's got. It will drive or use 4-wheel drive up to 124 miles an hour in the first 4 gears. So that enables you to get fantastic traction when you're being a silly bugger launching, and also means that if there's snow or adverse weather conditions, the car grips great. And then over 124 miles an hour is rear-wheel drive only. So if you're absolutely caning it and you want a rear-wheel drive car, sports car, basically the thing does everything, and it manages those tasks really, really well. It's a big, big car. I think it weighs 1800 kilos, and it doesn't feel that big when you're in it. I mean, I've done some car parks and stuff in the car, and it's quite nice to use. The parking system works really, really well. The camera across the 10-inch touchscreen inside works really well. You could live with this thing every day. It is so comfy. Yeah, I wish I could keep it, really. I wonder if Ferrari allow me to have it. I don't think they will. But yeah, my favourite mode on the Manettino inside. Let's have a little look. So, as you'll be familiar with Ferraris, no doubt, we have a Manettino here with various modes on it. Interestingly though, on this, there is no race mode. As with the FF, there is no race mode at all. You have sport, you have comfort, you have wet, and if you can see that up there, ESC off, which is the death button, and then you've also got kind of a little snowflake there for when it gets frosty and aggressive. But my favourite mode on this thing, sport mode, and then let's go back in here. sport mode, then with bumpy road setting put on. So especially on sort of uneven roads like around here, it's brilliant. It sticks to the road because of the bumpy road setting. It's, you know, lapping up all the bumps, but it's very, very responsive. Gears drop down in auto. It is brilliant. And I dare say, the perfect car for this trip. I don't think I could have picked a better car. Also, I've missed out how many brake horsepower it has. It has 680 odd brake horsepower, and that is roughly 30 brake horsepower up on the FF. In terms of looks, let's just close this down. In terms of looks, the jury is out. It's totally personal preference whether you think this thing looks better than the FF. I think the FF was designed by Pininfarina, and this was designed by Ferrari's in-house designers. So it does look a little bit different. I personally prefer the rear of this to the FF, and I prefer the front end of the FF. Mainly because it looks like the F12 and I'm obsessed with F12 still. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like this? Do you think I should buy one? Let me know. Should I get rid of the Defender and get this instead? Let me know in the comments, guys and girls. I want to know what you think. Mainly guys, to be honest. I don't think many girls watch my channel. But yeah, do let me know in the comments. Troll me on Instagram. And if you see any nice spec'd ones about on the internet, on Twitter, on Instagram, tag me, wind me up, roll me, because I will get goaded and potentially do something stupid. Before I disappear, let's jump in it, go for a little spin and listen to the noise this thing makes, because I think that, bar that silly roof, is one of the best things about this car. So let's go take a listen. So to assist me with this, I have my co-pilot for the weekend, very long suffering, Jack Baker, ladies and gentlemen.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, Squire. So Jack is going to be getting in it and helping me rev it up for the camera. And Jack, it must be said, deserves a medal because he has spent the entire weekend with me in a car, and he's still sane. So yeah, well done, mate. Jack's from Ferrari Colchester, so if you're in the area and you want a Ferrari, get in the pot. But anyway, let's rev this thing up. There we go. Roll. Let's have a little look. Wonderful stuff. I've now got petrol all over my leg, but yeah, other than that, fantastic. So, in the middle of filming, just now at the hotel, we realised that we were running way behind schedule. So the rest of the video is going to be on the move. I have Jack here. Thumbs up. Jack is doing the driving. We've literally just swapped over. I've driven some of the way and Jack's taking the reins. We've been driving for a few hours already. But once we get to the Eurotunnel, I will go through the practicality of this car, because it is exceptionally practical. It's very, very sensible in some aspects. And I'm going to give you guys a little lowdown on exactly how usable this thing is. So catch up with you when we get to the Eurotunnel. Bye! So we have made it to the Channel Tunnel with the Lusso. Top tip here, let's get out of this person's way. Top tip, if you are getting on the Channel Tunnel with a supercar, do not get in the standard car one. Hello sir, apologies. Do not get in the standard car one with the roof, because you get a narrower track between them. So this is a standard Mercedes estate, and you can see there is absolutely no clearance on either side. And imagine doing that with, you know, £15,000 worth of alloys in a very wide supercar. Not much fun. So get the coach one with a higher roof, the freight one I think they call it. Anyway, I digress. Let's go and check out the boot space in this car. On the key here, open the boot. Don't know whether it's going to hit the roof or not. Nope. Excellent. Okay. So as you can see, there is a very large boot in this thing. It's very deep, it goes all the way through, and you've got kind of these leather kind of stripes in there. You can't really see because it's full of everything. Hello you. Very practical. big boot, parcel shelf, great car. Anyway, that's about as practical as I get. I don't know the square litres in there, but I'm sure it's a lot. Cool feature there. I'm easily amused. You press it and it closes on its own. Woof. I have made it. I'm back in the UK. I've said goodbye to the Lusso. I'm at Folkestone train station and I'm concluding the video. So to summarise, I love the car, but realistically, am I going to buy one? No, I'm not going to buy one. There's a couple of reasons for that. A, that car, with that spec, was £292,475. I barely have £29, let alone £292,000 in my bank, and also I've got so much on order, I wouldn't know where to stick it. I don't have any space. Yeah, it's not going to get bought. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed my content from Le Mans. There we go, that's a little bit better, or maybe it's worse because you can see my shiny face a bit more. But yeah, it's absolutely baking here in the UK. Happy to be back, and I've got some very exciting content lined up, so do make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, blah blah blah, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.